Hey everyone, Janessa Surley here with What's Happening in Williston, and I am here today at Nutrition and Beyond with the founder, Kari Downer. And today we are going to be learning all about her business. And I know that Kari also has some wonderful tips in terms of the holiday season with that coming up and how to eat mindfully and eat healthy throughout the holiday season. Kari, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. I'm so excited to be here in your brand new office in downtown Williston.
Well, thank you for coming and interviewing me. I appreciate it.
Yes, of course. A wonderful gal, she said, hey, make sure for your podcast and YouTube, interview Kari, because I know that you have a lot of knowledge in terms of the nutrition space. Can you kind of tell about your origin story, your background story?
Yeah, sure. I've only been in business for about 2 years now. I am a registered nurse and have been for 25 years. And I myself was struggling with health issues as an adult, most of my adult life. Really had a lot of problems with depression, anxiety, severe digestive problems, PMS and painful periods, and just really couldn't find answers in the medical world. I kept kind of being told, well, we really can't find anything, or these symptoms are normal, or, there's nothing wrong with you. And that's really hard to hear when there's something wrong. And so I was just seeking answers, and I had a divine encounter with Susan Thompson in Watford City, and she was a nutritional therapy practitioner, and starting working with her as a client, and just found healing in ways that I never imagined I could. I was in my 40s before I started working with her, and I just remember in my second meeting with her, I was I had three emotions, because as we were going over my lab results, she does functional lab testing, like I do now as well. And we found one of the root causes of what was causing so many of my symptoms. And I was just first relieved that there really was something wrong. And I had a severe infection that was really affecting my energy levels and my immune system, and really a lot of my struggles. And then secondly, I was a little bit angry that this hadn't been found, because it was a normal stool test that could have been done in the Western medicine, but no doctor really thought to do it. And then the third thing, I just had this urgency to help other women to overcome their chronic symptoms as well, so that they could experience optimal health and have the energy that they need in order to live their life to the fullest. And I felt, and I was in my 40s before I started working on my health. So I like to help women a little bit younger, so that they can find healing before they, so they can enjoy those prime years, I guess, to say. Yeah.
Awesome. So ideally around, I'm sure you help women of all ages, but you like women in terms of premenopause, those different kind of things. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, because symptoms often start to show up in the 30s. And so I just liked, and I feel like the younger you are, and you start to work on, these symptoms that you're having, then the easier the healing process is. Yeah.
And I think that so much can happen within your 20s. Several women that I know, that's when they have their kids. That's when, just so many different things can happen within that time period. Hormones go crazy. Feel like when you hit 30, like I just turned 31, but I definitely felt that shift in my body. And then too, in terms of nutrition around this area, it can be so difficult to access healthy food. And I was hoping that you could maybe kind of talk a little bit about that, because nutrition is something that I really want to focus on here in my 30s. But it has been so hard to find healthy, nutritious food that I can also enjoy on a budget as well.
Yes. No, I agree. It is a challenge where we live. And I do, I work with clients to try and help them understand what they can do that in an affordable way. But I guess my recommendations is just a whole food diet.
Okay.
So is a great start. So anything that is in the perimeter of the grocery store, your produce, your meats, all those things, and just really focusing on moving away from the packaged foods, because sadly, packaged foods just are so full of toxins, and a lot of them are toxins that are going to affect our hormone levels. And so really just a whole food focus is the first thing that I recommend. The other thing is get to know the local farmers. There are local ranchers that raise grass-fed organic beef. And so Dakota Grazed is one of them, just really getting to, and I know they would love to have people come out and stuff, but, just really getting to know what is available locally.
Yeah.
And, the farmer's market during the summer, because if it's raised locally, it's going to have a higher nutritional value than something that's shipped in from states or countries away too.
Yes.
And if you can handle dairy, there's local dairies too that you can get raw milk and things like that instead of the processed milk and stuff. So I think those are the two things, is whole foods, and then just get to know who our local farmers are and ranchers, and really utilize that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. And that kind of leads me into, okay, the holidays are coming up.
Mm-hmm.
This is typically a time where you see all of those baked goods, large meals, all of that kind of stuff. And so for those who are wanting to maybe go the route of more mindful eating, eating healthy through the holiday season, what kind of tips do you have for individuals with that?
Well, I think, staying anything that's made at home, from whole foods is always a great option. And I love that about the holidays, because we're taking more time to cook, and we're using those whole food ingredients. So I think that's always better. And then I think just watching your sugar intake. It can be so easy to overindulge. And I know we all like treats and things, but to just really watch your sugar intake, because that's one of the causes of people getting sick is, the more sugar you eat, the more stress it puts on your immune system. So just, maybe not overindulge too much in the sugary treats. I think that's.
Do you have anything like, are putting out like fresh fruits and those different kind of things helpful to kind of combat that? So you have something sweet to eat, but it's still healthy, like fruits or...
Yeah, absolutely. I always encourage fruits. Maybe during the holidays, you're going to want to have the cookie or the fudge, but I do have a great fudge recipe that uses honey and coconut oil and cocoa powder. And so it's not the refined sugar, but one thing is having your dessert after you've eaten, and so that you've eaten some protein and some fat to just help with to just help with a steady, keeping your blood sugar at a steady rate. So, and then also you're less likely to overindulge in the sweets if you're doing it after you've had that meal.
Awesome.
And then if you're going out to parties, just making sure that sometimes, like before I go to events where there's, you're not sure what the food's going to be like, I have a protein snack before I go.
Nice.
And make sure I'm well hydrated. And then I'm less likely to overeat things that I may not want to choose to eat. But, if you're over hungry, you're going to eat what's there. So, just really, planning ahead and having a healthy protein snack beforehand.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Well, those are some wonderful tips. And I know, like, for all of us that struggle in terms of wanting to maintain, just feeling good, like it doesn't even matter in terms of weight or those different kind of things. I think now we're getting to a time where it's all about healthy living, generating that healthy lifestyle. And these tips that you are telling us about can really help us incorporate, or we can really use that and incorporate that into healthy living.
Yes.
All right. So based off of all of that, what are some chronic symptoms that you have seen and that you help clients with?
Okay. Yeah. A lot, really. I think that we can just I have a root cause approach to helping people. So I'm experienced in root cause medicine. I've been trained in that. And that really means is that there's lots of symptoms and there's lots of disease processes out there. But the root causes of those things are very few. I do not diagnose or treat any diseases, but I can help people overcome their chronic symptoms. And a lot of those symptoms are digestive problems, hormone imbalance, depression, anxiety, fatigue. Fatigue was a huge thing for me. And so I just love to help moms with young kids overcome fatigue so that they have the energy to be present for their kids. I know that was one of my struggles. Really anything, trying to think of other, really anything, because I feel like no matter what your symptom is, if we get down to what the root cause is, then you're going to be able to heal and be free from that symptom eventually. It does take time. And so the root causes that I address are, some of them are like mold toxicity, parasite infections, heavy metal toxicity, any traumas have a huge effect. So emotional traumas have a big effect on our healing process. And then just environmental and industrial toxins. Those are a lot of the root causes that I address. And
wow, it's such a huge list. And again, like you said, it can be a number of different things. But what I'm hearing as well is that when it comes to overall health and well-being, a lot of it, what is interesting to me is how the gut health always affects the mental and the emotional health as well. So do you have any tips on kind of balancing both of those things, because it's all interconnected?
Well, I just encourage people to work on getting into a state of rest and digest. And again, they're talking about eating, especially before eating, and just trying to obtain that state. It's called, the healing state or rest and digest, whatever you want to call it, as much as you can in your day. And right there, that is setting up your body to heal. And so one of the easiest things to do that is to just stop, pause, and take some intentional breaths. Just breathe intentionally, really focus on your breath. And that just is a message to the body. I'm calm. I'm okay. We can relax and rest and heal. Yeah. So that's a huge thing. And I'm always teaching my clients different techniques of getting into that rest and digest or that healing state. And then I think just, decreasing the processed foods and packaged foods as much as you can is a great thing that you can do to decrease your toxic load and help your gut health. And then third thing is water. So really making sure that you're getting good quality water in your day, drinking, not trying to not drink so much of the bottled water, but what I recommend is, just a really high quality water filtered or distilled water at home. And then adding minerals. I know there's lots of controversy out there about water, but that's, just having a good clean water source is huge. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Cause I was going to ask you, I was like, okay, there's lots of places to get water, but again, plastic and there's all of those different things that go into it. Well, do you have any recommendations on like a great filter?
Right. I'm in the school of distilled water. And so I use a water distiller at home. And that's what I recommend to all my clients. And I think, they all do the same thing. And so that is the best way to get all of the toxins and impurities out of our water. Yeah.
Awesome.
So.
All right. And so what, let's say there's somebody, they're listening to this, they're like, hey, I need these services. What kind of services do you provide to our community?
I do one-on-one coaching. So I'm open, to working with people one-on-one. I have a program that I'm starting in January called Beyond the Scale. That's about healthy living. It's a 6-week course. We're going to be meeting weekly. So that's coming up in January. And then I also do different speaking engagements. And I have one coming up on Tuesday, November 28th on stress and hormones. And so just how hormones are affected by stress and toxins in our environment, and what you can do to overcome that and support your body.
Awesome.
So
great. And in terms of the one-on-one clients, is that can it be consistently ongoing, or do you just like to keep it to like 6 months, or what is kind of like your,
I prefer to work with clients for a minimum of 6 months because it takes time to heal. And so I have a 6-month package that I offer, and then the opportunity to continue on after that.
Nice.
After they've,
Okay, great.
6 months. So that's what
Awesome. So where can people find out more about you in terms of your 6-month coaching, your 6-week course that's coming up, your workshop? Where can people find you?
Well, I have a web page, but it is under construction right now, and that's nutritionandbeyond.org. Also, you can email me at Kari@nutritionandbeyond.org. And then also you can find me on Facebook, so Kari Downer Nutrition and Beyond, or on Instagram, which is nutrition_and.beyond.
Okay.
It's a little weird. It was kind of already taken.
I know. That's always the hardest part. Is you're just like, okay, what can I add in there to make it look okay?
But if you have questions, I message me or email me, and I would love to talk. And I do a 30-minute complimentary Discover call for anyone that's interested in working with me, to just kind of go over and decide, are we a good fit? Do you qualify? Do I think I can help you? And then to go over, what it all involves, what my package involves and my coaching involves.
Okay. And you have a physical office space here in Williston too, right?
I do. I'm at 417 First Avenue East in the Awaken studio. And I'm here most of the time during the week, so you can pop in and see me, or set up a discovery appointment in person if you'd like as well. Yeah.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Great. And so I always love to end these interviews on, what does community mean to you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's such a great question. I think community to me means a safe place, a place where you can be yourself, and you can be encouraged and an encouragement to others. That's kind of what I see as in community. And then I'd just like to add, what I would like to bring to the community, as a business owner, as a nutrition coach, is just to help people, to help demystify healthy living and help them see, it's not, it's actually easier than people think. There's little steps that can be done that can actually really help. And so I'm just very passionate about educating the community on healthy living, and educating. I work with males, but also really passionate about educating women that you don't have to live with these symptoms. You can be symptom free and vibrant and living out what your calling is. So I like to help educate on that and help people to discover, what are you, who are you created to be, and how can you live that up to your fullest by having good health.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. You sound so passionate about the work that you do. And I just think that is one of my favorite things in terms every, instance that I get to visit with you, learn more about your business. You are just such a supportive and safe place. So thank you so much for helping our Williston community with healthy living. And again, you guys can find Kari over here at Awaken Studio, downtown Williston, right over by the 11 restaurant. You can also find her on her website. It's currently under construction, but nutritionandbeyond.org. And then of course on her Facebook page as well. But Kari, thank you so much. This is such a wonderful interview, and I really appreciate all of your tips, especially as we enter into the holiday season. I appreciate everything that you are doing for our community. So
great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.